Yay! Now it's working. Now it's working. Oh, I love it. Let me get in frame. Oh my goodness. Ooh. All right. Let's get me more in frame. Yeah, on me. That'd be great. Okay. Hi, Red. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I knew you would be here because you're a great friend. Uh, let's get this thing. I love. Oh, editing is so much better than this. Poop. Stop this camera. I think. What up, timestamp guy? How's it going? Oh, let me pull up what my lineup was so I can at least know what I'm talking about. Hope everybody's had a good night tonight. It is August 12th. We'll cut this all out probably when I make a real one. I'm just realizing what would make this better is if I start taking pictures and videos of the actual venues and stuff while I'm there a little bit, and then use that as flavor for, and then put that when I go in and actually edit the video, add those in. And that would probably add a nice little bit to it. This is the comedy post game for me, Ron Funches, or August 12th, 2026. What up, Weezing the Juice? What's up, timestamp guy? What's up, Red? If you don't know what this is, if you've never been here before, you're just a fan of me. I'm a comedian for the past 19 years and 10 months. I've been an actor for the past 12 years. And I love comedy with all my heart since I was 5 years old. So that's about 38 years. So that's a lot of time I've been thinking about and loving comedy. And I just wanted a place to put this. I don't care who watches this, mostly probably for me later in life to go back and look at and be like, look at you, you dumb idiot. All the things you said poorly and wrong and were wrong about in comedy. And you continue to learn and get better at it. But I just wanted to talk. Basically, I come on here anytime I had some sets that were interesting or fun, and then I come back and record it here and tell you about what happened and how it went. So tonight I had two sets. I was at the Hollywood Improv on Melrose for a show. Uh, I forget what the show's called. I bet I can get it. I bet I can get it. It's called Comedy Crush. It's hosted by a good friend of mine, Justine Marino. She's very fun and funny, and she gave me this, which is beautiful, a scary movie PAX. So that's pretty cool. And that was worth going on the trip alone. And she's also very stylish, one of the most stylish comedians. She's like, up there with me. You know, I'm very stylish as a comedian, and uh, and basically, I just want to talk about today. If you are a comedian like me, or for me later, uh, just the fun and joy that comes with like following someone who's like really famous or following people who are really good at a form of comedy that you yourself aren't that good at. And I had to go through both those things today. And it really taught me basically, I've been doing a lot of sets going up so much all the freaking time, basically because I need to work a lot because I have a large output and I had a big divorce. And now, if I don't keep working every day while my industry continues to shrink, bad shit will happen. So we laugh to keep from crying, but but I am having fun work. I'm doing great things, and we're doing wood. I went to Budapest, as we know, for those who know me, and did a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Gina Davis and Liam Hemsworth, and I'm excited for when that comes out. But that's months to years from now. Who knows? So until then, I got to keep working and keep pushing and go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's what's really fun about my life. Truly, is that I get to experience a little bit of everything. I've been on private jets, I've been in the projects, I've been in Four Seasons hotels, I've been in Motel Sixes. Like I've been here, there, and everywhere. And I think that's a blessing because I think it allows me to relate to people more. And one of the things that I noticed, in the last few years is that I was getting more isolated and not really spending time with all different types of people. And so now it's been great that I'm getting back to that, and that I do go to like places like Tulsa or Fort Wayne, Indiana, or wherever, and just as comfortable there as in not just as comfortable because their weed logs are terrible, but but I can have fun and be myself everywhere. That's the thing that you learn, in comedy, and what I've been learning in jujitsu as well is like how you need to be comfortable and uncomfortable. And so to do that, I got to go places that I'm not the most comfortable, and I got to do things that I don't want to do sometimes. But that wasn't today. Today, I had to go to two shows. I'll tell you the lineup. We had Jackson Banks, we had Caroline Ray, as we might know from Sabrina the Teenage Wolf, if you're my age. Trevor Wallace, who's a well-known comedian. Avery Pearson, who's a great musician, comedian. And then Tiffany Haddish, who is a very famous, very funny comedian that I've known for a long time, and who I had to follow. And she also, this is how famous she was. I ain't never seen this in my life. I walked into the Improv, and she had her own merch table and merchandise stand at the Improv. You usually don't really see that. You only see that on the road, but they were selling, and it's for her foundation. It's for charity, so I'm not trying to put it down. They're selling a trading card with her on it, and they're selling some T-shirts on it. And I was about to buy it, but I couldn't tell if the art was AI or not. And if I can't tell, it ain't no sale. But that's just me. That's just a moral rule that I have about myself, but it don't mean no hate, no harm. I hope she sells many, many shirts and many cards, but I couldn't tell if it was AI generated or not, so I wasn't going to make a purchase. But it's weird to have moral rules like that. Like I do. Like I don't like if I see someone using AI, although like you guys tell me, like where do we stand on that really right now? In general, I just been anti AI anything I see, besides like a spell checker. I mean, which to me it's like if you want to check my grammar and like rearrange my paragraph, I'm okay with that. But like as far as like putting in like come up with this idea for me, like I saw like that rapper Baby Chief do it, talk about how he um will put in 4 bars of a song and then ask Chat GPT to write the rest of the song. And I think that's crazy. And then, but at the same time, that goddamn Rubber song by Phoenix Flexin is all in my algorithm and it's all in my fucking head all the time. I don't even fucking know, But like, I like supporting artists. I work with the same artists that I have since the guy who does my posters. Like, if you see my latest Faithful poster, he's the same guy who did the very first poster that I was on where I headlined a show in Seattle. And that would be like 18 years ago, 17 years ago. And he's still doing my posters for me. And like that's I just believe in supporting art and doing art as an artist. Like to me, it's like if you're an artist and you support AI, that's like I don't know, to me that's like almost like being like when a racist person, or like when a black person is racist, or when a gay person is racist. When a black person hates gay people, or when a gay person hates black people, and I'm like, how you hate how you gonna hate black people? You gay. And it's like, how you gonna hate gay people? You black. Like I don't. You should know what it's like to go through things where people don't support you just because of who you are. It's so weird to me how that can happen. But and to me, AI, like an artist making AI shit, is like that. But also, like, I want to know, I like thumbnails and shit for this. Like, we got 12 people in this motherfucker, probably because this is the second one I ever did. And the last time I did this, we lost 40 followers. So, but I've been learning, like, yeah, I want that 100 gram plaque, 100%, dude. But like, I I'm not going to be a slave to the algorithm. I'm not going to be, and I've certainly never been a slave to viewers or subs. Like, if you mess with me, you mess with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I can't really like fuck with that. Like, I can't be bothered. Like, I'll get to that 100 grand no matter, because it's gonna be 100,000 people that mess with me truly. So like. That's what I prefer, instead of being like, they didn't like it when I talked about comedy for an hour and they left. It's like, oh, okay, well then they didn't really like me. They just liked it when I posted my little silly video game videos or whatever. So uh I just believe in just still doing art the way you want to do it, and being passionate about it, because people are going to be try to stump on your shit no matter what. So you might as well do it the way you want. And I had to follow Tiffany Haddish. And if you had to follow or had to follow a really, really, really famous person, it could be very difficult. I've been on some shit. I've been on some reality shows. I've been on some TV shit, but like I've had like one to two things that like the basic people, like your basic non-comedy person would know me from. But then like Tiffany, they know her from the road trip, they know her from the thing to that, and they're like, they love her and that thing, and then she like crushes, and then I gotta follow that, and then when you ever follow that, you could feel it because they were so excited. I'm watching the show, and that's what's so funny when you comedian and you watching the audience, and the audience doesn't know. I've been there like the last 15 20 minutes, and then I saw how you guys like, shit, Tiffany, we can't wait. Oh, we love you. She ready. And then I come up there and they're like, and I'm like, motherfucker, give me a chance. If I'm following her, obviously these people have faith in me. God damn it. And that's when you learn to like, that's really the fun in comedy sometimes, and especially it shows my experience as I've been as I get closer to 20 years in comedy. And one of my big goals for this year is to put out a little documentary about my 20 years in comedy, because I feel like so many people run from the longevity, and I want to celebrate my longevity. I don't want to act like I'm ashamed that I'm getting older. I be letting we got a super chat, our very first one. Hell yeah, fuck yeah. I just put that as a goal for no fucking reason, really. But thank you for doing it. Thank you, Frisky Biscuit. I'm glad I got to say that name because you super chatted. I love that. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, Puffco all the way. And so had to follow Tiffany. Tiffany's up there, she's doing a thing, and she's talking about personal stuff and new stuff because she could just settle the DUI that she had, and it was really funny. And again, that's another one of the things I love about comedy is when people talk about the things that are some of the worst parts of your life, and you find out like that's the like best and funniest and stuff. The most embarrassing things in your life are usually the funny and the best. So um I had to follow her. Crowd is kind of mediocre about it. I'm coming in, I do my bits. They're feeling some of them, they feeling, and then they would back out a little bit. And also, I did a good job of what you want to do in comedy. And one thing I've been learning, because sometimes you like get scared and you go robotic and go like, let me just do my bits. But you gotta like embrace the moment at all times in comedy. So I was like, oh, I'm following Tiffany. She just got out this DUI. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, we gotta like, thanks, Tiffany, for being here, even though this was part of your court ordered community service. And it was like just a fun time to talk about that, and talk a little trash, and just know she wouldn't get mad because that's my friend. And uh that's that to me is like one of the joys and fun of comedy, and it really broke the ice. So then they were more on my side, got them to get in on a few jokes. And when they started to cool off, I just talked about them. I go like, okay, I go, and especially when a joke really, actually it was the reverse. When the joke really hit, I was like, okay, now you guys are showing me respect. I felt the difference between how you guys embraced Tiffany and with me. I was right there over there. I felt, I could hear the difference in the tone. And they laughed about that, which allowed me to get back in my rhythm and finish out my jokes and stuff. And it's really fun because like I don't have to change my material up. I don't have to like switch out and try to be like, oh, I'm not the type of comedian they want because I do like, lifestyle shit, nerd shit, and weird shit, and just me. So, um, autistic dad core comedy is what I'm calling it currently. And then so I had a good set there, crushed it, had a fun time, people were loving it. Went over to the Laugh Factory, which of the holy trinity of Los Angeles comedy clubs, there is the Improv, the Comedy Store, and the Laugh Factory. And the Laugh Factory, for me, not for everybody, but for me, is probably like that's like the place where I usually do it's not where I do the worst because sometimes I do great there, but it is like if I'm going to bomb and if I'm going to eat shit, if I'm going to bomb totally, it's going to be there. And it's happened multiple times. I know now to not go there near the New Year's or holidays because they don't want to hear about my little life when they want to get drunk and have fun. And I understand that and respect that now. uh, oh, I am hilarious. You're right for thinking that. We know that. That's not even in question. That's one of the things I learned over the last 20 years. If you get to work with Maya Rudolph and she tell you funny, who gonna tell me I'm not funny? If you get to work with Arnold Schwarzenegger and he tell me I'm an action star, he tell me I'm good at acting, who else gonna do, who gonna tell me otherwise? I get respect from Cat Williams told me I'm motherfucking but Cat motherfucking Williams and Kevin Hart on the both day same day gave me a compliment. That's like blood in a crib. Both liking you. That's insane. So that's like the Civil War, the North and the South, both being like, we both fuck with Ron. So I really a long time learned to have confidence, but there's always ebbs and flows because you're working on new material, things get stale, and yada yada yada. But I've been really going up a lot, and so then I had to go to the Laugh Factory and had to follow and close out the show following a comedian named Steph Tolev. Steph Tolev is a very she's multiple things that I am not. She is raunchy, she's crowd worky, and she is like very body active on stage. And she was killing. And those are all three things that the Laugh Factory really, really fucking embraces. They love all those things. They love to be talked to. They love to be, they love like act outs. They love those type of things. So like usually what I try to do is more storytelling and more just like set up punch base. And sometimes they don't like to follow that shit. It's one of the reasons why it's harder for me to like get special because a lot of people are like, oh, these people don't have the attention span for your style of comedy. Your style of comedy, it's like, when I go on stage, they do. So, so going up there, and Steph is doing crowd work. And I'll say this, and nothing negative against Steph. Oh, she's tremendous. She's a great comedian and great at her skill set, like top notch at her skill set. And I had to follow her, and she was doing a lot of crowd work to the front row and she was asking anyone if they'd ever had relations and sucked on a micropene. And they kept going over it and over it. And there was a lady in the front row who did. And so they bonded over that because Steph had also uh apparently sucked on a little micro pee. And to me, like, how's that shamed a man in anyway? Like if you pulled it out, even if it's small as hell, like he still got it in you. So like to me, that's a win is a win. If you win by an inch or a mile, you still won. But and so, but they were doing that, and I go up there and I'm like, oh, they might not be going feel my like what I've been working on, my little bits and my little thing. So I was like, let me do what no guy would normally do in this moment. And so I get on stage and they clap, another tepid applause that ends before I fully grab the mic, which is always an indication like, oh, they don't recognize me. They don't know what they about to get. And I just looked the lady in the eye who talked about sucking the micro PP for the past little bit that was in the audience, and I just kept looking at her and ignoring the rest of the audience. And I just look at her and I just go, "You told me you weren't going to tell anybody." And the audience exploded, like full applause break on the first line that I did. And so then it was just on from there. They went for every joke that I've been doing. I've been working on this bit about how I don't care about the transgender bathroom issue and how I don't care about uh race swaps in movies and all this type of stuff. And so um everything was hitting, everything hit from beginning till end, crushed it hard. But at the same time, oh, I didn't even mention in the fucking improv set, in the middle of my set, that just this problem with the fucking microphone. It just starts buzzing, the whole, like, buzzing loud. But I just kept going in my rhythm, and I kept going, and I could get them to laugh to the punchlines over the buzzing. So I was like, oh, I know this good material. Now back to the Laugh Factory. um the Laugh Factory, I was just crushing so freaking hard. And then there were the same people who were in the front row who set the micro PP were really drunk and just kept talking a bit. Surprise, surprise. So surprise, surprise, the girl who sucks micro penises was drunk again on a Wednesday night. And no, the mic didn't zap me. I have had that happen though before. It does suck. Um, and so they kept chatting and kept chatting, and eventually I had to fucking shut them down. Um, and just talk about, because there was a guy with him and he was just ignoring it, and I was like, "Oh man," I go, "You're just trying to ignore this so hard so you can get some sex tonight." Boom, another big pop. And then I got the hell out of there, and two victories. At the Improv, which is probably what I would call my home LA club, and then the Laugh Factory, which is the place that I'm known to bomb the most, and I crushed real hard, and it just made me feel, hey, I'm getting really, really good comedy. I'm excited for my 20 years in comedy. I'm excited for I turned in a special that I'm hoping to hear back from, and like, to me, we reached a point where I'm like, I don't care if you say yes or no. If you say no, I'll put it. We'll put it out on the YouTubes, and we'll put it out on the thing, and I'll promote the shit out of it like I do, like I would if you said yes, because I'm a great partner and I work hard. But like, I just want to know, because I want you guys to see this hour. I'm really proud of it, but at the same time, I'm trying to. I think there's a bonus and a plus in waiting. The longer I wait, the closer it is to whenever this movie drops, or wherever I have more projects come out drops, and the longer I wait, the more new material I've been able to write and hone, so that when people do come see that material, and if it does do well and they want to see me, they're like, oh shit, he been working on a whole different hour already. And so I do see the positives in that, but I really, really want you guys to see this new hour. I know it was just a good time, just feeling really good in comedy, having fun, like just feeling like I'm one of the best people, not like in a, like, oh, I'm better than anybody, but like, man, I feel like I'm unique and doing my own thing. I'm in my own lane. I don't really, you don't hear about me talking trash with nobody. You don't hear about me like out there doing weird shit. you know, trying to sway the country. I'm not out here grifting. I'm not out here grifting. I'm out here just doing my thing. And if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. And that's what I love about comedy is how many people fuck with me because of that. Like that's the best part about comedy to me is like to be able to be myself and have people fuck with me enough to pay my fucking mortgage. Like that's dope, you know. I don't want to have to switch up and grift up. So I mean, we're in the fucking like era of grifting, you know. I just see it all with these YouTubers, with these comedians. Like it's just wild, you know. Thank you, Action Jackson. Appreciate that. So we did get the one super chat. So we got 20. We're at 25 minutes, so we'll do 30 minutes, and I'll go get high and watch some AEW Dynamite. And then if you want to see me on the road, I'm at ronpunches.com and I'm probably somewhere near you some within the next 6 months. So, and go buy tickets early. That's the best thing you could do for a comedian. I swear to God, it's the best thing you could do. So we know because when the early tickets is how we get our guarantees, and them guarantees is what we live and die by. So do that. So if anybody does have questions, since I did put in that if we got one super chat that I would answer questions, let me know. If not, I'll happily open my new scary movie packs. But not on stream. But not on stream. I'm trying to get to 100,000 followers. I'm probably gonna lose another 50 from this. Do I come to Washington State? Mercury Universe asks. Yes, I will be in Washington State in multiple places. I will be in Seattle in November. And then where else? I don't. Did I already go to Spokane? I know I'm going to Spokane. If not, yeah, and Spokane as well. Let me find out for you. Yeah, Spokane's not till early next year, but Seattle in November. What's my favorite voice role I've ever done? It's hard to decide. I mean, I got in my heart, like, I'll give you three. The most like exciting for me and the most like the one that I'm happiest about was Trolls because Cooper helped pay for me to get a house when I needed a house for my son. And so I really appreciate that so much and being part of those and being in a song with Justin Timberlake and Gwen Stefani, I think is an insane thing and to be able to say in my life to be able to pull up a Spotify and go, hey, you ever see this song that says Ron Punches, Justin Timberlake, and Gwen Stefani? Yeah, sure. Spokane. Yeah, Spokane in October. That's right. And then my favorite, like as far as like what I think is the funniest and more in my wheelhouse was a song called Poorly Drawn Lines, which is based off this comic strip that I really enjoyed. And I really love being and I loved the bird in the comic strip, and I always would read his voice and my voice, and then I actually got to voice him. And so and I really had a fun time doing that. And I think that was one of the great ones that I was in. And then from the day I started voice acting, I wanted to be in a Pixar film. So the fact that I was in Inside Out 2 is super dope. I got these little Inside Out 2 mystery bobbleheads, one of which contains Bluefy, but I have not opened any of them. So I don't know where he is, but I know he's somewhere on my table. And I got a Bluefy trading card. Boom. There he is. I got one. There was a person outside of the comedy club asked me to sign one for him, and I go, I've never even seen this before. And he goes, oh, you haven't? I'll give you one. And then he gave it to me, and I love it. All right. We're at 15 seconds from 30 minutes. Anything else you want to know? Or if not, let's all get out of here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Weezen called it. He called it. No, it's too late. You're too late, Action Jackson. I could never tell you that. I don't know, but Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3 is my favorite game because I'm old. As my son told me, I'm older than The Legend of Zelda. And then I told him that he asked me how old my mom was, and I told him 70, and he said, "Yikes!" And I didn't care for that.